love, love. Don't put nobody else above. Treat me like a little turtle dove, love, love. Yeah, love, love. Don't put nobody else above. Treat me like a little turtle dove, love, love. Treat me unconditional love. Hey guys, and I'm back with another video. So today's video is just, whew, where do I start? David. Yes, so a few weeks ago it was reported that Tamar Braxton and her ex-fiance David Adefeso had got into a domestic violence situation while driving in a car. I believe they was on their way to take Tamar to you know, the psychiatric place or the mental health facility, because a few months ago she had a suicide attempt or a suicide scare. So I guess she's been seeing like a therapist ever since. But I guess on the car ride there, they were saying that Tamar had felt like David was just like clout chasing, like off of her son, because it's been videos that David has been, putting out there of him with her son Logan, like them being at the beach with his mom, and like he just using Tamar for clout. And I feel that way as well. I feel like David is like a control freak. He's a narcissistic, controlling man. And, also on top of that, he's a clout chaser. He claimed that he don't like to be in the limelight, but evidently he really does, because if you didn't like to be in the limelight and you really didn't want to be on her show like that, why are you making videos, putting, her son in like YouTube videos or Instagram videos, because you want to be YouTube famous, David. You want to be Instagram famous. And that's just what it all boils down to. So they was reporting that David had filed a restraining order on Tamar because when they were in the car and he was driving her to take her to to see the therapist at the mental health facility, I guess they got to arguing because Tamar felt like, David is clout chasing and she's trying to figure out what is his motives. Is he with her for the right reasons, or he with her for the wrong reasons? It seemed like it to me he with her for the wrong reasons, because as I reported on the video a few months ago when Tamar had a suicide attempt, David was too cool, calm, and collected on the phone talking to, the 911 dispatcher. Like, you supposed to have been screaming to the top of your lungs, help, please help, get my girl need help. She overdosed on pills. I'm trying to wake her up. I would have been doing chest compressions, everything. I don't know, screaming to the top of my lungs. You know what I'm saying? Trying not to panic, but I know I would have been panicking if that's somebody I love and care about. But he was too cool, calm, and collective, sitting on the phone saying, yeah, I believe it came from stress, from the network that she works for, and she don't want to be a part of the show anymore, or they stressing her out, stuff like that. Shit that didn't have nothing to do with her health at that moment. Only thing you were supposed to be doing was asking when will the police be there, and asking the dispatcher to please send help. So for you to sit right there too cool, calm, and collected, like you wanted her to die or something, like, or you didn't really give a fuck if, she committed suicide or not. You didn't really care. It's just like all you want is the clout, But anyway, back to what I was saying. So David was reporting that Tamar had struck him and hit him in the jugular, hit him, in his neck when he was driving. And he said that's very dangerous. Like he could have, lost control of the vehicle. Yeah, that's true. He could have lost control of the vehicle. But she said he said she struck him in he said that she struck him in the jugular, in the jaw area or the neck. And he said it hurt it so bad. And he was like, all he could do was get on the phone and call his mom. He was like, And what I look like at 50 years old, being a 50-year-old mom, 50-year-old man calling my mom. That's what you is, a mama's boy. So because you having a disagreement or an argument with your fiance, why are you getting on the phone calling your mom, telling your mom what's going on? You know, and you even report, he even said it himself, like, he said it's kind of crazy. He started laughing at himself. He was like, I'm a 53-year-old, I'm a 50-year-old man having to call my mom for help. Like, why is you calling your mom for help, David? You can't handle the situation on your own. First and foremost, you know, if the conversation was getting a little too heated, you know, you should have just said, Tamar, I don't want to, you know, don't want to argue or fight with you. You know, I respect you or I love you too much. Like, can we even talk about this, you know, in a civil way? Or, you know, just try to refrain from, you know, letting the situation get out of hand, basically, because it's always two sides to a story. Tamar said that he hit her or he pushed her or something like that, and she had like a mark or something on her arm, or, you know, he pinched her or he hit her or something like that, and he's reporting that she was the abusive one. So I mean, you know, it's three sides to the story: her side, his side, and the actual truth. And then yes, you know, I really do believe Tamar, because from me looking at her new series, Get Your Life documentary, David is very controlling. Tamar is trying to be on like her spiritual journey, and with her being on her spiritual journey, she has like a lady, you know, following her around, and like she catches her dreams, and she was telling Tamar that she would need to be, you know, she can't have, you know, sex for 45 days. She have to be celibate for at least 45 days or however. And Tamar understood that, but David was not understanding at all. He was like, 45 days? I can't go 45 days and all this and that. But she's on her spiritual journey. She's, you know, she's been through a lot, you know. She lost her husband. She lost her whole life. You know, she lost her music career. She hasn't been, you know, singing anymore. She lost her house, everything that she worked so hard for. And, you know, her husband slash manager, you know, was getting a divorce. They owed all his money and taxes, and Vince owed like the record company all this money. So she probably was just emotionally drained, you know. And they were saying that, of course, they said that Vince was very abusive to Tamar. So Tamar been through a lot. So for you to not take that into consideration and be more patient with her and try to, you know, be more understanding, it seemed like, I hate when you tell somebody something about you, far as like things you've been through and like your relationship with other people, because it seems like when they get mad with you or however, they tend to either like bring that situation up or tend to mimic the situation. So because he knew that Tamar and Vince was toxic to each other and volatile to each other, and they was having domestic disputes in their relationship, it seemed like he wanted to, you know, repeat history and, you know, take her through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hate to tell a nigga, you know, things that other guys then did to me, you know, or if they hurt me in any type of way, as far as, you know, cheated on me or, you know, like physically like abuse me or something like that, because then they'll try to repeat the shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it seems like David is trying to do, you know. So that's just how I feel. For him to not be able to go 45 days, you know, that's crazy to me. If your woman is on a spiritual journey and she's trying to find herself and, you know, get back to being the beautiful, healthy, you know, woman that she is, why wouldn't you just let her, you know, do whatever she got to do to take care of herself mentally and physically, you know? who are you to like try to tell her no, you know? And the way he said it, no, he was like, so from 1 to 10, you know, how is what did he say? What did he say? Rate not having sex or something like that. And then I think Tamar said a 10, and then he was like a 12, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like mine is a 12. Like he basically gotta have, you know, sex. If you love a person, then you know what I'm saying, you can be able to wait. You know what's the rush for? You feel what I'm saying? I'm quite sure you waited when y'all first met and when y'all first started dating. So what's 45 days if you love a person? That just don't matter. That just don't make sense to me. You feel what I'm saying? And now it's being reported too that David fuckboy, clout chasing, narcissistic, control freak ass was out on a vacation or out partying on like a boat or something like that or whatever with like his new girlfriend, and it's just like a slap in the face to Tamar. I wish she never even dealt with such a control freak like him. Like, you know, it seemed like if he couldn't get what he want, that's when he want to move on. Like, first and foremost, you know, you should have been able to wait. If Tamar said, you know, that's her spiritual journey, and right now she got to be celibate or whatever, you should have understood that instead of you saying, oh, you know, I can't wait that long, and I don't trust that witch doctor, calling a lady a witch doctor just because the lady is trying to help Tamar, you know, be back, you know, in her right state of mind and be physically and mentally, you know, back to her normal self. So, you know, why you couldn't wait, David? That's what I want to know. And my thing is, like, damn, y'all just broke up, what, about a month ago, a few weeks ago, and you out already, you know, partying and shit. It's just like no respect at all. You never loved that woman. If you could sit right there, file a restraining order on her, you know, press charges on her, try to embarrass her and mess up her brand, trying to taint her brand, but trying to, you know, establish your brand. That's messed up what you did, and you gonna reap what you sow, David. That's all I have to say about that. Oh yeah, one more thing. So it was reported that David called Vince on the phone and asking where did Tamar need her stuff, her clothes, her belongings to be shipped at. And Vince was saying, you don't need to know that. You know, he was like, you know, when will her stuff be ready for it to be picked up? Like, I'll pick it up myself. And David is just like a fuck boy. You know, David was just like, please don't call me if, you know, it's not nothing important. If it's something important, leave a message and then I'll respond back. But right now I'm on my spiritual journey. Did you respect the fact when Tamar was on her spiritual journey? Or was you trying to, you know, alter that? Was you trying to tank that? You know, if the lady said, you know, it's best right now, you know, to be celibate and not have, you know, sex for a while. Why couldn't you respect that? But now you want people to respect, you know, what you going through and respect you being on your own little, you know, journey of finding yourself. You know, so he was basically like, don't call my phone unless it's, you know, something important. Just text me and I'll respond back. But for right now, I'm on my spiritual journey and I want to be left alone. How the fuck you on your spiritual journey when you out on a yacht? You out on a fucking boat popping champagne, hugged up with a woman. They saying that that's your girlfriend. You know, allegedly that's your girlfriend or however. So didn't you and Tamar just break up? Wasn't y'all engaged? How did you move on so quick? It just seemed like it was all about the clout anyway. I just don't like David prayer mantis fucking crypt keeper looking ass. Like, oh God, his Rastafarian looking ass. Like, I don't like him at all. Like, Tamar, you could do so much better. You know, how dare you sit right there and put this woman through all of this? She's already been through enough. You know what I'm saying? And no, Tamar is probably not no saint, but she's not no saint. Nobody is a saint. But she don't deserve to be treated the way that you're treating her. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how dare you, go to the reports, go to the blogs and shit and try to taint her brand just to, up your brand. Claiming that you ain't really want to be, on a TV show and like you don't really like the clout and stuff, but evidently you do. You making videos with Logan, with her son and stuff, and all of a sudden you want to be on the line, you want to be in the limelight, like, talking to blogs and going to, media outlets and shit like that. And it's just crazy. It's just a slap in the face for you to sit right there and be popping champagne bottles on a yacht. Like, you don't got no care in the world. Why this woman is going through a lot, you know what I'm saying? But you can't bring her down, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. You probably tilted her little crown a little bit, but she's a queen. You cannot make her crown fall, though. That's all I got to say about it. You know what I'm saying? You might have shifted her crown a little bit, but at the end of the day, Tamar's still a queen. So you can't break her. You know what I'm saying? I hate fuck niggas like you that try to break a woman down or try to, tilt a crown. But one thing about it, you might have tilted her crown, but you ain't make her crown fall down. She's still a queen. She's still a beautiful queen, and she's going to bounce back. You feel what I'm saying? And she don't need you at all, So you could take your cloud chasing, narcissistic, control freak ass on about your business. Tamar going to be good. Like I said, you might have tilted her crown, but you ain't make her crown fall down. She's still a queen, a beautiful black queen, and she can do way better than you. And that's all I have to say. Tamar, keep your head up, This too shall pass, and, I'm just praying for you. I know that you're going to be okay. Please, guys, like, share, and subscribe to my video. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, guys. Yeah, guys, so back what I was saying, so when David had called Vince, he was basically trying to throw a jab out there saying, yeah, I know that you understand, how Tamar is and stuff like that. I guess he tried to throw a jab because, they had reported that Tamar and Vince, had a fight or something, or they used to get into like fights, and they said that Vince was very abusive towards Tamar. Allegedly, I don't know how true that is. It actually seemed like Tamar and Vince, I don't know, their history or what they've been through, but it seemed like they actually been through a lot together. Not all, but some good times. Seemed like a lot of good times and some bad times as well. But it does seem like that the good times outweighed the bad, because at the end of the day, they still remain friends, they still remain cordial, and they still seem like they're good, co-parents to their son Logan. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, David tried to say, I'm sure that you can relate, trying to like throw a jab out there, and then Vince was like, we not friends. You feel what I'm saying? I'm calling you. I don't like what you did to Tamar, what was told to me. And like he was also like, Tamar actually recorded you, and I could hear you in the background and the things that you were saying to Tamar. He was like, you disgust me. I ain't got nothing to say to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm only calling to get Tamar belongings. That's it, Other than that, we're not cool at all. And David was just saying, I would like to still have a relationship with Logan. I don't want whatever man Tamar been through to affect my relationship with Logan. And Vince let it be known, you will never be seeing my son ever again. This is going to be the only time I'm calling you. We not friends. Don't contact my son again. Don't contact Tamar again. And I feel him on that. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for your family, Vince. At the end of the day, that's still your ex-wife. That's still probably like your best friend. You used to manage her. Y'all had a real, close relationship with one another. That's still your family no matter what. And you don't let nobody, try to harm her. And that's what's up. I can respect Vince for that, Real man, real stand-up guy right there. Would David Adefeso is. He's just a clout chasing, narcissistic, you know, control freak. And, if you want to control somebody, go have some kids or something, but you don't control a grown ass woman. And if Tamar, didn't, I'm back to the celibacy again. If Tamar didn't want to, have sex for 45 days, you should have respected that. And that's why I really didn't respect you at. I'm like, yeah, he got some narcissistic ways about him. He's really controlling. And, if she on a spiritual journey, respect her spiritual journey. The same way you claiming you on your spiritual journey and you don't want nobody bothering you, but yet you out partying on a yacht. Like, you ain't just sit right there and try to tank this woman's career. I don't respect you at all. And then to like add insult to injury, you had a nerve to ask Vince, can you still be in Tamar's son life? Can you still be in a son life after you sit right there and try to file charges on this woman, saying that you got a $30,000 Rolls Royce and, Tamar busted out the windows or she messed up your car, however, and it's going to cost a lot of money to get fixed and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, what did you do, David? You placed all the blame on Tamar. Like, I'm quite sure Tamar probably did, hit you back. But what did you do to her, or what did you say to her? Because Tamar said that you basically was saying it was going to be a murder-suicide and, you was about to run him off the road or you was about to kill her and then kill yourself. So what the fuck did you say to her? What did you do to her? Because she showed a mark, like, on her arm. So what the fuck did you do to her, David? You ain't innocent at all. I hate bitch niggas like that always try to play, the innocent role, but they be the main one that, like, starting shit with you and trying to get you out your character for you then, because they know that, you might got a little anger problems and stuff like that. So they'll, like, try to do shit to, like, to taunt you. Like, it remind me of, like, Gary and Amber from, like, Teen Mom. How Gary used to, like, try to taunt Amber and get her all out of character because he already knew that, like, she had an attitude problem, that she already had an anger problem. And if, like, he keep fucking with her and keep, stirring a pot, she gonna end up, kirking off. She gonna end up flipping out on his ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's what David remind me of. You know what I'm saying? He was taunting her. He did something to her. I don't care what nobody say. David is not innocent at all. He threatened to take this woman's life and he put his hands on her. And I'm quite sure that's when Tamar snapped and hit his ass back and punched him right in the fucking neck, right in the fucking jugular. So, that's what his ass get. And for him to just be out partying like it ain't nothing, he ain't never cared nothing about Tamar. But it's okay, Tamar. You don't need that nigga. You glad that you found out before you married him that he was trash. That he was nothing but a control freak trying to control you. And that's probably the reasons why you probably don't have a real good relationship or not really close with, like, your sisters or with your mom. He probably pushed everybody away from you. You know what I'm saying? Or got in your ear and try to tell you to distance yourself from them because he's a control freak and he want to control everything. But, I'm glad Vince stood up for Tamar and said, Tamar is safe. You don't need to know where she at. She well taken care of. Just have her stuff packed up so I can come and get it. And that's it. And don't contact my son ever again. I feel Vince on that. And Tamar, stay away from David. Don't text him no more. Don't contact him no more. Just, you don't need him. He's trash. He try to clout chase off your name. And he try to clout chase off your name. And try to tarnish and taint your brand. To upgrade his brand. To up his brand. He didn't really care about you for real. If you listen to that 911 phone call, he did not care. Or he was cool, calm, and collective. Like, he probably was hoping or wishing that something had happened to you. God forbid. Thank God that, nothing didn't happen to you and you alive and you want to be okay. And you don't need this fuckboy in your life. So, this just my part 2 of what I had to say because I just don't like David at all. I didn't like him when I heard that 911 call. I didn't like him, on the Get Your Life episode when he's trying to control, your body. If you say, You going celibate for a while or whatever, he should have respected that. Not try to get mad with the doctor and calling the doctor out her name, saying she a witch doctor and he don't trust her and he don't like her. Why? Because you're not getting what you want, David? So yeah, guys, this just was my part 2 of, how I feel about what's going on with Tamar and her ex-fiance. Guys, please give this video a like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, guys.